Welcome back to another episode of Things to Do in my New York neighborhood, where I share an inside look at the local coffee shops and small businesses visited throughout the week in Soho and the West Village, letting you immerse yourself for a few short moments in these charming neighborhoods of New York City. Our first stop today is Arabica, a cafe that's quickly become a local favorite over the years for its incredible coffee and minimalist vibe. I started my morning here by treating myself to their dark latte, which is basically a silky blend of espresso with a touch of chocolate. And I was lucky enough to snag a seat by one of their big, bright windows with a direct view of Prince Street. I love watching Manhattan wake up from this spot, even if the reality of city life is that today's view involved a lot of this bright, colorful truck instead. Usually, though, I take my coffee to go and head over to Elizabeth Street Garden just around the corner, as you'll see later in this video. Now this is a ridiculously windy day here in the city, and I'm venturing slightly south of Soho to a low-key bakery and coffee shop in Tribeca. Grandaisy Bakery has a cozy, unassuming vibe and pretty much attracts no tourists. There's something I love about a bakery like this, or the simplicity of locals walking in to buy some fresh bread or quietly sipping on a big cup of coffee during the lunch break instantly feels relaxing. I went for an iced cappuccino as usual, and their little lemon tart caught my eye, but to be honest, it ended up being too sweet for my taste. One of my favorite weekly things to do in New York City that I haven't shared with you yet is a routine visit to Drip Drop Cafe, a cozy Soho coffee shop with a narrow interior, year-round outdoor seating, and great coffee. This is actually a place where you order inside, but they have a barista waiter who brings your coffee outdoors. Today, I just enjoyed a layback moment sitting outside on their bench, people watching, with a perfectly brewed cappuccino in hand. We're walking the West Village today on yet another hot and humid one, and made a much needed stop for some shade at Hungry Ghost Coffee. This is more of a local coffee chain with 11 locations across Brooklyn and Manhattan that most locals will probably be familiar with. The space has a warm, inviting interior with wooden accents that give the natural light a soft glow, and with it being located right on the corner of Grove and Bleecker Street, it's always convenient to pop in for a quick refreshment. Just around the corner from here on Christopher Street is a true gem for anyone who loves their tea and coffee with a side of history. This dimly lit shop has been around since 1895, and stepping inside feels like time has stood still. We simply stopped by to pick up some loose leaf tea and their own Moroccan mint blend, but items here would make for a unique New York City gift for coffee or tea lovers. It's truly the small businesses like McNulty's that remind you that while everything else is constantly evolving, there are still those timeless gems sprinkled throughout all 5 boroughs, anchoring us to the city's vibrant history of multi-generational family businesses. Next up is Cobra Coffee, the coffee shop that blends both cozy and industrial vibes, which perfectly reflects its location in the meatpacking district. If you can manage to grab a seat, the back room is designed to feel like a living room as well, making it a very comfortable coffee shop to work in. Although the building was under scaffolding during our visit, a few years ago I used to love working from one of their outdoor tables with prime views of the meatpacking district's cobblestone streets. Now, I also wanted to share a local tip with those of you who've made it this far in the video, which is Fiat Cafe. Although nothing groundbreaking food-wise or service-wise, it's somewhat of a hidden gem if you're looking for a laid-back, affordable meal in Soho. It is cash only, so keep that in mind if you plan to visit, but whether you're in the mood for breakfast, lunch, happy hour, or dinner, Fiat Cafe has you basically covered. It's a cheaper alternative in the neighborhood, and it's conveniently located steps away from everything else you might want to do in Soho. In an area known for all its trendy spots, places like Fiat Cafe give you the option to just enjoy a simple, no-frills meal in the heart of one of the most bustling neighborhoods of Manhattan. As mentioned at the start of this episode, I had to share a peaceful morning walk with you through Elizabeth Street Garden. It's a green oasis in the middle of the city filled with sculptures, flowers, and a true sense of calm. A place where you can slow down and appreciate the beauty of nature even in the heart of Manhattan. We've finally had a few days of mild, non-humid weather lately, what we like to call a fake fall here in New York City at this time of year. And this garden is my favorite sanctuary on a sunny morning when it's quiet and you can easily find a seat on one of the small folding chairs, or in my case, an old rusty bench nestled among the trees and plants. If you've been watching this channel since the beginning, you might remember when I filmed a moment here towards the end of winter, early spring this year. And from those first few tulips in bloom to this incredibly lush green space, the transformation is absolutely striking. And on stunning days like this, while it can also be exciting to get caught up in the rush of city life, I've learned that finding these quiet moments in the morning, whether it's at your favorite cafe, or sitting by your window at home under some sunlight, or on a walk through your neighborhood, these small moments are what help you stay connected to the rhythm of life in a big city, or any place, without losing yourself in it.